All right, we are back. So let me go ahead and launch game here. We're going to be returning to Age of Wonders Planetfall. We're continuing on with the campaign playthrough. Hey, Lexi. Just loading her up right now. This game's got fairly good loading times. I'd just say the first startup is like really where you got the most issues. I don't have this on my SSD either, so it's not that bad with that. If I put it on my SSD, that initial load up would be not so bad. All right, it's up. Let me go ahead and switch it over. It probably won't be aligned because of the dicey dungeons and the weird resolution it's at. I'm also going to want to move my webcam here. Let me just go ahead and do that right now. And let's adjust the game. There we go. All right, that should be better. Let me just make sure. Looking good. Okay. So, load game. Okie dokie. And there you go. That's the loading time. Yeah, the art of this game's pretty darn good. I agree with you on that. Okie dokie. Let's see if I can remember where we left off. It's been a little while. Unfortunately, I had to cancel my last stream due to not feeling well, but we're back and ready to go. We were about to establish this colony, huh? Okay. I think I have orders to do. Oh, that's right. We just came out of a combat. A couple of our guys are a little injured. But we do have a fight that we're probably going to want to do here. We have this raiding group here. We also want to get over and capture this, though. I don't really know if these guys can do any damage to our sector. I almost want to let them do it just to see if they can. Because I think capturing the sector is probably a little bit more important, all things considered. And again, we have some damage, so it'd be nice to heal up a little bit. So, yeah, let's just move over this way. Okay. So I'm going to take a little bit of a risk. This guy may be able to come in here and damage some buildings or something. I really don't know. We also have our scout over here. So what do we want to scout? Our colony is going down here. We're more than likely going to expand into this sector and then this one. Maybe look for another place a colony could go, perhaps. Well, somewhere nearby here would be a good idea, because this is a nice, cool... Oh, it only helps with void tech, though, unfortunately. But it's still going to have some cool stuff here. So let's go ahead and move down this way and see what, like, sectors are nearby this one. Oh, wait. We may not want to come down here. Yeah, I have to be careful there. I don't think I want to go down here that far. Because there's this area here. What's our objective for that? Search for Paragon command post. Oh, okay. We already know about this one. So there's 2 locations we have to go to for that. Okay. So that's not a bad idea to go down this way. At first I was like thinking that maybe we'd get in trouble if we went down there, but... Okay, that's not necessarily that great of a sector. This one may be... We're not going to be able to take this sector because it's already occupied. Alright, well that's going to be it for this turn, so let's just end. Okay. He seemingly didn't do anything to us, so... we do have unhappiness in our capital, so we're going to have to do something about that. But let's just go through all the stuff. As the last heirs of the Star Union, it is one of the many duties of the Paragon to uphold the culture and technological legacy of our ancestors. We have witnessed the decline of the Dark Age and must commit ourselves to favor those few that show there still can be knowledgeable and civilized people in this rotten era. Question is, Jack Elder, will you be one of them? So we just have to build stuff for them. I'm alright with that. We may not try and do it right away. We do get a Paragon Soldier for free, which I kind of need. And also we continue to improve our relationships. So I'll accept that quest. Alright, next. We can annex another sector, which we're working on. We might as well just get that out of the way. We do need to rename these things. So I think I'm going to rename my main colony here. First off, we're definitely going to want to build something. And we need to build the recreational dome so we can get some happiness in here. Because right now, we grew so fast that our population is causing us some issues. We might want to actually move some of our population. Can we move them over here? How do we, I guess we can't do anything. Oh, maybe because we don't have the buildings yet. That's probably it. We should put it on auto for now. Well, we may want to back off food production, honestly. Yeah, let's back off food production. And then put it into either research or building. We're doing all right. See, this is one thing I didn't do last time, and I probably really should have done. I should have been maxed a little bit more. As a matter of fact, let's just entirely remove the people from food. We really don't need the production because we can do everything that we need to do in one turn. So I say we want more research and more money. Okay. So yeah, I think we really should get the recreational dome. It won't completely undo. Well, no, it will. Once we get the recreational dome, we just put a couple people in there and it should take care of things. Yeah. Do that. Because we don't want an event triggering. It's not going to happen for 18 turns, but we don't want an event triggering that is based off of... Yeah, I have too many mouths to feed. We got a lot of food early in the game, so... Although, it's not so much the food that's the problem, it's just that they don't have anything to do, they're bored. Okay. Oh, I wanted to rename this, but... I think it's this. Yeah, change colony name. This one's going to be named after me because it's the starting thing. We're going to call it Mouseville. But future colonies will be named after people in the chat. And right now, Lexi has the leg up on you guys, so...
Operations primed and ready.
Okay, so this one we can launch. I'm going to close that for now, though. Okay, so the guy went in our borders. I'll just cancel that for right now because I don't know where I want to put it. Yeah, so we got orders. First things first, get our colony down. Which will take one turn to do. Okay. Now the sector expansion. I'm pretty sure this is the best spot for it. We'll take another turn. And then these guys can start heading back, because we've got to kill these guys and those guys, so... Clear some stuff out. I should probably search around here, too. There might be a good place for a colony in this area. So... Oh, I remember what I was doing with this army. We need to come over here and negotiate with these guys, see if they'll leave. Because once we found this colony, we need them to get out of there. So... I don't think we can get there this turn. But we can, yeah, we don't have enough movement points. Okay, the scouts. I think we start sending the scouts north and see if we can kind of look around to this area, because there might be some cool stuff over there. Especially maybe over here. So, yeah, let's start heading the scouts over that way. We'll scope out some of this stuff. There's also roving marauders there that we don't want to run into. We'll scope out a little bit of this area over here as we move by. Okay. I guess that's all we need to do. Oh no, that's right. We could deploy the plasmoid. We probably should. Your satellite has successfully deployed a plasmoid unit onto the surface. All of their systems are operational. Now the question is, do we want to prime another thing? We could get another plasmoid. We could get an incineration strike. I don't think that's really worth it. Then we've got tactical ones. We don't have any doctrinal ones, so for now, I guess that's all we're going to do. I mean, we've got the money to spare. But fairly soon, I think we're going to have an army that is maxed out. We'd have 2 armies and maxed out. So the question is, do we want more than that? All right, well, in any case, let's go ahead and end the turn. Okay, there's our colony. It's currently called Winston. Now, we named one of our colonies Urseburg. Lexi, you're going to have to help me with this. What is an ending that is... Ah, Shire. It's going to be called Lexishire. I hope you approve, Lexi. Lexishire. I'm not sure how you would pronounce that, but that's what it's going to be called. All right. We do have to choose which way we want to take this. I think we were going to make this a production center, right? So in that regard, we should probably build the central replicator facility. Okay. Then over here. What did I even do over here? I do a central replicators. Okay. So now that we have that recreation, we have gone back to like nothingness, but I say we drop a little bit in money because we're doing all right income wise, and we put it into that. Oh wow, that gives you a lot of happiness. Okay. Which will give us an event in 8 turns, which usually the events are good. Well, as long as your people are happy. Okay, what else do we want to peruse? I'd say we just get this quest out of the way because it will be done in 1 turn. Okay.
Sector annexed. Empire task completed.
Alright, we complete this as a pioneer, so we do get the pioneer reward, which we get a single colonist in former Winston. I note that when you get these pop-ups, it still calls them by their old names even after you rename them, which is kind of annoying, but alright. We also get this, which is a doctrine. By employing specialist teams of architects, we can build much faster than normally. Okay, this we'd want to activate because we don't have any other doctrines, and it's actually a pretty good one. So the sooner we activate it, the better. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, we do have a hero that's asking to join as well, which we are going to want to accept that. But before we do that, so we now have this task. Okay. What was I going to do? Oh, I was going to deploy the doctrine.
Operations available
Doctrine.
for priming.
It's going to take 2 turns to prime, which is fine. Alright. Let's go ahead and recruit this hero. I see no reason why not to. It's going to cost us some money, but the more heroes we have, let's examine the hero. See what we're going to get. So you're kind of set up for... Well, you did dies in combat. Okay. You're kind of set up for melee combat, which we haven't really done a hero that's Vanguard for that, because usually the Vanguard are more set up for the long-range combat. He also has the rallying cry ability, which I'm not so sure how much I like that ability in particular, but sure, what the hell. Alright, so that doesn't mean we do need to assemble another army. I just don't really have the money to do it right now. So for now, she's just going to sit in the capital until we get that. Yeah, the queen here might not stay. You're right. And hello, Ursi. All right, so if I'm correct, we require this location. Please vacate. Yeah. We can afford that. All right, cool. We just got a bunch of research too, which means that we unlock something.
Before me were the brightest minds of my generation. They were destined to change the world. All I could think was, finally, kindred souls, nerds. Rachel Mannix, IT Training Corps.
We've heard this one before, but okay. What else would we want? We could get the Air Corps early. We might even put that one lady into a vehicle. I don't know if we're going to do that or not. Probably should have picked up a hero that was built that way. Yeah, we could probably change her, because the only thing she has is that rallying cry, really. We don't know, I think, what her skill ups are, but if we get Air Corps, we'd be able to put her in a gunship, which might be cool. Alternatively, we just get these things. I think the big problem, though, with getting a lot of these modules is they're really expensive to use. Because it's really heavy cost and cosmite. So that's not ideal. Alternatively, we could just get this for the tactical operation. It's not a bad one. It has stagger. It can potentially cause bleed. And it will only take 2 turns to finish. I'm really tempted to do the Air Corps thing, though. F it. Let's have fun. We didn't really get to use the gunships last time. So, what we might do with her... obviously, we'd have to level her up first. But we might level her up to use that. The only problem with this game, from what I've seen so far, is the only hero we keep is Jack Gelder. So it's going to take work to level her up. And then we won't even get to keep her. So... okay, we've got an unexploited sector. We are working towards this, though. Which I feel like we should have already had done. Wasn't it only listed as a 1-turn thing? Well, we can't really do anything with that just yet. Maybe I'm mistaken. Okay, so... now we're going to want to just use this army to clear stuff out. So I see something here. We could also use it to scout this area, which we were going to use with our scouts to do that anyway. Yeah, let's start heading over this way. Doing a combined task of just clearing out like stuff like this so we can get the rewards and also other things. Okay, there's a marauding thing there. We want to try and dodge if we can. Let's take a little bit of a peek at what's over this way then. If we're going to be doing that scouting with this army over here, like, we could probably come over here and see what's more over here. Because this expansion here is going to be really important for us. Okay, so this is the last army that we have to move. Everybody healed up, so we can go ahead and get into this combat without having to worry about it too much. Just trying to think if we're missing anything. I don't think so. Yeah, we could give her the owls. That's true. These are enemies we haven't seen before, and as much as this is probably an easy combat, I think we really need to, like, look at some of these units. So... repeating 7 range psionic damage, bypasses all armor, broken mind, a strength chance to apply broken mind, I don't know what that means, to the non-mindless for 3 turns. 10% damage from Psionic Mastery. Affected by line of sight rules, okay. Devour Hope. So this is range 5. Attempt to feed on the hope of target enemy unit, causing it to suffer a state of despair. If this is successful, the caster heals for 20. Filled with despair, 8 strength, a chance to apply filled with despair to non-mindless units. Okay, so this seems like it's going to be a lot of problems. This unit can conceal units within its vision range. Oh, this unit can see concealed units. Wow. Like Mastery, which we already know what that does. And then Storm Shield, which seems like all Kirko units have. Okay. We've already seen the Frenzied. So the Unleashed. So you got repeating attack, melee attack, it will stagger, and bypasses shields, which seems like all melee does that. Gunk shot, so poison damage, air to air. We don't have any air on this in this army, so this is meaningless. But plus 33% additional damage against flying units. Oh, it's that they can still hit ground targets. It's just more effective against air units. Okay. 5 range for that. And then Farsight, because they're up in the air. And they also have Storm Shield. Which is kind of weird that they have Storm Shield, because Storm Shield works by having your units clumped together and they're up in the air, so how do they use it? I don't know. Alright, let's go ahead and do the manual combat. We have them outnumbered, but that psionic unit is interesting. We haven't seen this frozen train yet. Outside that psionic unit, their guys are all like mostly like close range, so we could use overwatches here, I guess. Yeah, manual combat, not only is it it's a good way to learn the units that we're facing off against, it frankly is just better. I guess we'll take a little bit of a risk and move up here. Our Overwatch is going to be blocked by this, which is not ideal. But I'm not sure we're going to get better terrain here. Yeah, they're definitely melee focused. Okay. I'm gonna send the assault bike. Oh, that's the edge of the map, I guess. We'll send it over here with a strategy of maybe trying to flank and just focus down this guy who's a little more forward. It's going to be tough to put up, like, super effective overwatches here, I think. Like, I really don't know where to put this guy. We could put him over here and just focus on that overwatch, or we could put him over here and focus over here. Either way, we're only going to get one overwatch attack, no matter what we do. This is going to, like, really block line of sight, though, so I'm tempted to go over here. Sometimes just focusing down a particular enemy is your best strategy when you're doing any turn-based game. This guy's most likely going to be attacked, so we need to get within 3 though to use it, which might put you out in the open. But 1, 2, 3, yeah, this will do. They may not go after that character. We're not going to be able to use tactical operations on our first turn, so no use in looking at them. Did break the mind. Well, now we get to find out what the hell that does. They still got off their Overwatch. There's our Overwatch.
Operations available.
Okay. I honestly don't think we need the operations. We've already done, like, pretty heavy damage here. Alright, so what does Broken Mind do? Is there even a way for me to see that? This is one of the things in this game that I really wish they would do a better job with. What does Broken Mind mean? Like, what does that even mean? I don't know. There's no pop-up for it. It just tells me I have Broken Mind for 3 turns. I'd like to know what the hell that does. That's a pretty good chance to hit. It didn't say it on the unit screen either. It just says broken mind. Like if we come over here. Come on, click on him. So, Soul Spear. Just says it applies broken mind for 3 turns. I have no idea what it does. And there's no way I can, like, mouse over broken mind because as soon as I move over here, the pop-up goes away. So I have no idea what it does. By the way, the reason why they have this unit is because of the, this tech tree. So this is not a Kirko unit. On my unit? Good question. Ah, you're right. Broken mind. This unit has -1, whatever that is, and -100 morale, I believe. Per stack, can stack up to 5 times. Okay. Probably psionic weakness. Yeah. So that's your, like, ability to resist other psionic stuff. So it kind of, like, stacks. Okay. Let's see if the pug can finish this guy off. Not gonna be a high chance hit because of the, like, cover and stuff. But I didn't want to waste my other guy's action points. Because ideally we want to hit the guy, the psionic guy, hard here. I'm gonna have to waste actions no matter what I do, so... Okay.
Enemy neutralized.
Salt bike. Now the salt bike has what is the word I'm looking for? Not weakness, the opposite of weakness. Shoot, I can't think of the word. Whatever the opposite of weakness would be in this game. I mean, I can click on the unit and find out. Resistance, that's the word I'm looking for. Yeah. So yeah, psionic resistance. Okay. Not sure what I'm gonna do here for the attack just yet. We've got a couple possible choices. This might we can't hit it because it flies. That sucks. Okay. F it.
Enemy destroyed.
Okay, so we got both these units to maybe finish off that last guy. Okay. Might not be able to get into a good spot for these guys to be able to finish it off, but I think we're shooting without... might get him if we hit this hit. Oh, just shy. Unfortunate. I don't think I have a tactical operation that would kill this dude. No, I don't. So we're gonna take whatever damage we take here. Well, of all the people you could hit. Granted, the psionic resistance didn't really do a whole lot for the broken mind.
Enemy neutralized. They've never stood a chance.
Okay. That's all our action points. You still have things to do. Until we start producing units, though, I don't have a whole lot of use for you, unfortunately. Let's take a look at Mouseville real quick here. So we're not producing food. Even despite that, we are going to grow in 2 turns, which is fine. Probably we need the economy more than we need the research. That's something I should have done more. The last scenario is like mess with the economy structure here. Like a small colony like this, we want to grow, so the food makes a lot of sense. Okay. So we can just say to guard, so you can stop being giving me notifications. All right. Okay.
Objective completed.
I'm fine with the soldier because we can actually use it. Speaking of which, if we have good influence, we can also buy more units from them. Yeah. You know what? You're probably right on that. That's actually a good point. At this point, they're going to grow in 3 turns because they just gained another colonist. So, yeah, let's max out the food. That makes a lot of sense. And with his next colonist, we'll be able to claim a sector, I believe. Okay. I don't really have anything here outside of, like, once we're done building that anyway that we'd want. Okay.
Empire task completed.
We didn't finish this first, though, so we don't get the Pioneer Award, unfortunately. But we do get this. Not really all that important of the thing, though. So we now have this. We already bought one thing, so we're along the way for that. Somebody else has also finished this, but we were the pioneer. Yeah, we're gonna expand down here with that sector. As a matter of fact, if we do that next turn, well, how many turns was it before we grew? 2. We're gonna want to send our army down then to claim the sector. So you should probably start moving them now. As much as I could have claimed this stash here. I guess we could go down this way and hit this and then go in there. We might be a little slow to get there. But there's a road here which would make our travel a little faster. It's not like it's going to be blistering fast going this way, so... We do have to move through swamp, but all this area is swamp, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. Oh yeah. We got
It's
this.
important to imagine this patch of land without the raging hell fracture of cosmic death spewing forth pollutants from a dimension of pure agony and horror. Phil Dunford, Imperius 4 Colony Real Estate Agency.
That is some quote. All right, so what we want to do is we want to be able to exploit resources. I don't think we have fertile plains anywhere. We do have mountains. Let's just double check though before we choose anything in particular. So we have these 2 sectors right now. We're going to claim this sector fairly soon. So let's go through what our resources are. So Arcadian is one of the ones that's like way away. Ruins, we'll have to see if that's something we can exploit or not. We are stuck with research, so the ruins makes more sense to exploit. Over here, we have ruins and then Arcadian again. Now we're already set up for agriculture, so we can't really do anything with that just yet. And then over here, we do have the river, which we already got. So ruins sounds like something we really want here. Unfortunately, I'm not sure that's one of the texts that's upcoming here. Oh no, that's right there. So I'll take the ruins over the mountains. We're going to eventually want the mountains. Ruins. Seemingly more important. Okay, let's get on our orders. I already ordered you to do stuff. Are you bugging me? This one I haven't ordered yet. So let's go do our quest here. What does this do? This is something when you visit it. We're all healed up, so this is going to be our best time to do this. Okay, so we do have an enemy hero here. And then we have a couple things we're going to want to look at. These are all, outside of the indenture, these are all units I don't think we've seen before. So let's take a look at them. So you have psionic affecting weapons. Soul Spear, which we technically have already seen. Psi Stones of Dissonance. A short-range cone attack that deals psionic damage to all units. So it's only range 1, but we don't know how big the cone is. Bypasses armor. and it will stagger. But it only affects ground units, so we don't have any air units anyway, so it doesn't matter. But it can only be used once per battle. And then everything else here doesn't really matter, per se. Okay. And then another psionic unit here. Soul Seeker. So it's range 7, does 9 damage, it's repeating. Bypasses armor. Seems like most psionic attacks will do that. Broken Mind, so we have that. Fueled by Servitude. So it does +1 psionic damage for each indentured unit in battle. They only have 1 though, so fine. Cage of Suffering. Range 5. Lock the target in a cage or blah 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 blah. Cage of Suffering. 8 strength chance to apply Psionic Cage to non-mindless units for 3 turns, or until the caster is staggered or killed. If this is resisted, apply Broken Mind. So either way, you're getting something. Blur of the Dark. Mind Control. Strength chance to... It's a range 5. Strength chance to mind control. If successful, the unit will come under the control. If resisted, apply Broken Mind. We need to kill this unit immediately. Then psionic resistance. Detection, killed by servitude. We kind of already... This unit deals +1 damage for each indentured unit in battle to a maximum +5. And then mental fortress. This unit has +5 resistance. Okay, we kind of saw all that stuff already. Then what you got here? Okay, another psionic unit. Probably not as bad, but 7 damage, 7 range, repeating. Devour Hope, filled with despair. I think we've already seen this one. It applies Broken Mind. No, I'm sorry. Filled with despair, and if it was resisted, Broken Mind. And then we've got Fueled by Servitude as well. Okie dokie. So I'm gonna guess. Let's double check that. So I'm gonna click on this unit again. So it seems like this tech tree works really well for the Syndicate, unless these guys are... Yeah, this is a normal Syndicate unit. So note to self, if we play Syndicate and we have any choice over it, we were going to want that tech tree. All right, let's do it. So we have to kill that one dude, like, immediately, if at all possible. So which one's the one that we need to kill? Not the Initiate. We need to kill the Malictor? Couldn't have been a more edgy name, right? Well, Overwatch is going to be our best hope for right now. Even though a lot of those mental abilities outrange my my stuff. Let's focus on what my infantry is going to do. Actually, I have to move the vehicles out of the way so I can know what my infantry is going to do. Rain is not ideal for us. It's going to block a lot of my Overwatch. So I may have to get aggressive with my movement here. Alright. Let's move this over here. Rotate so they don't get on the flank, because it's kind of important for this vehicle. Alright, so we're just going to have to make do here. Okay. Put you here. Overwatch. Put you here. Overwatch. We really need that mind control to not to land. Otherwise, we're in big trouble. I guess I'm willing to put this guy a little further forward, just so his overwatches are a little bit more meaningful. I really don't know who to put that this word. The obscure, the blur cloud. I don't know where to put that on for right now. So we just should put this into heavy cover, perhaps. I mean, honestly, we don't want them to be hitting my hero. All right.
Operations ready.
I mean, honestly, he's going to have the best defense, though, out of all the groups that we have, or all the units that we have. I forget, your rifle is just normal rifle, right? Yeah, I mean, it's psionic based, but... That's a dude we need to kill. Has a lot of health though, so that's gonna be tough. They really didn't move very far forward. You have Overwatch yet. We do have tactical operations. I don't know if any of them are really useful to me. This one could be, but I'd have to be static for it to be useful. Alright. So I can't move within this or I'll get that attack on me. Well, we could just continue to ease up and just use our Overwatches and kind of force them to take the action. Granted, they could be hitting me with some pretty heavy abilities. If they mind control me, that's really bad. I've been mind controlled before with this game, so I kind of know how it works. But I happen to know it's not very good. It's like, well, it's bad to have it on you. We could get up here, but we'd only have one Overwatch. We could also attack their hero right now. In that spot. I have a feeling if we move up there, we're going to take some really heavy damage. I think we sit tight here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Overwatch reduces your range by 1, too. So they could be just outside my Overwatch range and hit me. Now, I'd be in cover, so if they did that, it'd be kind of tough for them. Yeah, you're right, Ursi. I'm going to have to go with more, like, vehicles and stuff, because they all have psionic resistance. At least the Vanguard vehicles do. We could kind of force some things by making a clone of myself. So let me just read this real quickly. Unit splits into an alternate version of itself. The clone unit teleports a short distance, leaving the original version behind. The clone lasts 2 turns. If the original unit is killed while cloned, the clone will remain, replacing the original unit. So what we could do is we could drop this clone. This does have a cooldown. It's a kind of long one, but this could take the hits for us. We force it to move up. I mean, I'm going to try and put it into cover so it's not like an obvious thing. It will be resistant to a lot of the psionic damage, at least I think it is. Yeah, it's got some resistance. I don't know if they can mind control it. If they can, we'll find out. But it's just a clone. It'll go away in 2 turns. And then this guy is just going to move up slightly. Trying to keep the cover in mind. I don't know if that was the best turn for us, but it'll have to do. Probably should have rotated so I'm not being flanked, but we'll see if they ignore it. Yeah. I have a feeling the AI is going to be too smart for it. Yeah, they're going to ignore it. Which is fine. We'll just use it to attack them. Especially as they're missing a lot of their attacks. Oh, there they go. That's right. This guy has arc weapons. So what's the guy we really want to kill? It's this guy, right? Yeah, we want him dead because he's got mind control. So anything we can do to make that happen. We're out of range. What I may do here is throw a grenade at him and see if we can break his cover. I don't know if that's going to really work out, but I can get into cover myself. Not very good cover, but it's something. And then if we can break his cover, that's not a bad move. Maybe. Hopefully they can't mind control my hero, because that would be kind of bad. Let's hit both of them with this as well. Why not? Oh, apparently breaking that did something to the terrain. Okay, hold on. Nobody took damage either, so I don't even I can't even use this thing's ability to heal. Really. I could blow up the truck, but the truck actually has a lot of health. So as much as it would explode, it would take me a while to get that done. Okay. Try and snipe it with the cycle. If at all possible. I mean, I could move the pug up to take a snipe too. Hey, Newton. Guess I'll move into cover here. Kind of making these guys vulnerable, but it's worth it if we can try and finish this guy off. Yeah, I can't get this guy in range. So we'll just take this attack instead. Alright. We've got a couple opportunities to try and finish this guy off. I think we'll try and use our cone here, because it should be good enough. Okay. Yeah, that should do a lot of damage. It also staggers, which is nice. Then we'll just get up in this thing's face with the pug and try and finish it off. Probably here's the safer bet, just so that we can...
Enemy
yeah!
down.
Got him. I love when you hit them with the lasers and they just go flying. Okay. I don't think we need any tactics things, but you know what? Let's do the nanite support station here. It would put down a pretty good field of obscure here. Like, we could hit... You know what? Screw it. I don't want to spend the money here. We're going to cheap out. The important thing is we got the guy that has mind control. He's dead. Okay. Got a couple misses there. Okay. They already had him on broken mine, so that's not really anything worse off. Okay, not too bad. Unfortunately, our clone just disappeared.
Has fallen.
Which is fine. It did its job. 50% isn't too bad. Okay, that guy's dead. So
Enemy
the
destroyed.
2 psionic units are gone. Let's use our pug to heal here. We're just gonna heal this guy. The only guy that's really taken any significant damage so far. Not in this game. 50% is usually alright. In this game, for some reason, 50% actually means 50%. See, when you play XCOM, you have to do, like, extra math. It says 95%, but really, you have to divide it in half. And then do rounding and, like, all this other stuff before you actually get your real number. Okie dokie. Let's move next to the truck of potential blowing up in my face. Goodbye.
Enemy hero killed.
Okay. Now just the indentured, which is honestly a really weak unit. Just get right up in its face. Well, I guess we want some cover, right? Okay. Both of these is at stagger, so we'll just do this. Ah, we had a critical failure there, which is what that little symbol... that's the first time we've actually had that. Oh, it might have been the broken mind. Well, remind me what broken mind does. Yeah, I don't know what morale does. I don't even know where you see where it is. So... Exactly, dude. Alright. Oh, they're gonna get a flank on me. Which is gonna do a lot of damage, actually. Oh, I cannot get line of sight here. We can there. Might be more a range thing. Although, kinda doubt it. Okay, it's time to run away. Run away! Those guys got arc weapons, which do extra damage to vehicles, so... Redhead. Yeah, I mean, it says 100, minus 100, broken mind. Oh, it's at minus 200. Fumble chance 15%. There you go. Now we know why they fumble. Now, when you have good morale... Okay, no morale there. Oh, nobody else has any morale effect. These guys have low spirits. Oh, now I can see him. What the hell? Alright, fine. We'll take this position. Okay. But most of my other units aren't going to be able to get in range this turn, so just move them up. No, we're the Vanguard, which is probably the most boring of the races, if you want to look at it that way. They're more or less your Humies. Again, the Pug is a machine, so... But they're your basic, you know... I guess they're like the Imperial Guard, in a way. Like the backstory of them, while we wait for the enemy turn here, we'll just tell them that. Yeah. So, there was this old Star Empire called the Star Union, and it has collapsed. And we're more or less the remnants of that. Pretty much what the Vanguard were is they were people that were hired to explore and conquer the frontiers of the Union. And Jack Elder here was on a mission, and the method of FTL got disrupted by some catastrophe. And that's what pretty much put an end to the Star Union, because you can't use FTL, you can't really have a Star Empire. So they didn't know that happened, like that it affected the whole galaxy or whatever, the whole empire. So they went into cryosleep for 200 years. And when they came back, the Star Union is fallen.
Enemy destroyed.
So, we've now
stood a chance.
more or less arrived, and they're doing these missions. And FTL is now available again, so the Star Union can be reformed. So that's probably the objective of the Vanguard here. Okay, we freed another Kirko. No one shall shackle our people again. The Kirko Katala give you their gratitude.
Objective complete.
Okay. So we get another unit here. Kirko Transcendent. That sounds pretty good. And we get some Cosmite because of the little area we're here. What's the deal with the this dude? So a ranged unit that flies. This is probably their equivalent of our Scout, right? That would be my guess. Okay. Oh, we got this unit on top of this unit. So we got both of them. What's a Kirko Transcendent? Ah, it's like a Psi unit. Okay. Got some healing capabilities. Alright. Well, we almost have enough units to actually make a full-on Kirko army, right? Not quite. We only have, like, what, 3 units? Not quite there yet. Alright, we'll send this on back. We could have this guy join up with the Owls, and then the Owls would be a more, like, functional army if we wanted to use them that way. Alternatively, we just put it in this army and start building it up. Because at this stage, we have enough influence that we could probably buy more units from the Paragon. Do we have any more action points? No, we're out. Okay, and you already use your action points, so we can just tell you to do that. And now we have our little scouts over here. Yeah, these are the WoW guys. Yeah, it's very strange. This game has actually you and Pug, because these little units here are called Pugs. Isn't that such an interesting little coincidence? We have Owls and Pugs. I forget what I was scouting here. So there's a marauding thing there that we don't really want to run into. We still haven't technically gone over here, so you know what? But the Owls for the Vanguard are pretty much their little scout units. They're little guys that fly around. Ooh, okay. So we got a little bit of a tougher Vanguard thing here. Not Vanguard, Marauder. It's a spawner too, so that hopefully we don't get slapped. We got a little bit more movement points here, so we can keep going though. Alright, so we want to scout that out. Okay. Let's go ahead and talk to these guys. We could pick up a couple more soldier. We could pick up 1 soldier. Okay. So we kind of have an army forming here that's 4 strong. If we add that in, it'd be 5 strong. That's not a bad start. They're actually not bad combat units either. They've got repeating lasers that are pretty effective, so... Okay. So the question is, what do we want to do with this army? How much more do we need to annex this for Mouseville? Sector limit reach needs 4 more colonists, so that's going to take a while. This one's going to happen fairly soon, though, the next sector expansion here. So really, we could just use this army to clear stuff out, get resources and stuff, so... Come on. This guy can catch up because he's a flying unit, so we'll just send this army over here. And we'll just pick up stuff over here. Like, we want to kill that, we want to clean this out. Looks like one of these sectors might have some buildings and stuff that we might want, so... Okie dokie. We have to set production here. We could go with another colony. I don't have a set place to put it, but it wouldn't be a bad thing to do. We also have to expand into that 1 sector. So what do we want to do with this location? So we have food. And honestly, we can exploit the food more easily. So I think that's what we're going to go with. And that will be our limit of how many agricultural districts we can have anyway, so... Okay, that's what it's going to be. Alright, that's it for the turn. Okay.
Production ready.
So we finished that. How are we doing on our growth? So we're going to get a colonist in 1 turn. So we have to get in there and claim that sector fairly soon. Okay. Well, what do we want to build in the meantime? It'll probably take a couple turns. Happiness we're doing pretty good on. Back off a little bit on food. Where were we going to put that, though? Be some production? We can get a recreational done or a military infrastructure done in one turn. Matter of fact, we can do a lot of these things. One turn. Well, if we're going to want military vehicles, let's go ahead and get the specialty training center here. We get both an engineer and a pug. Engineer's pretty good if we have a vehicle-based army, which we're probably going to want to do based off of the psionic army that we may be facing. So let's get going on that.
Operations available for priming.
We have that in place, which will make it quicker for us to build colony buildings. We could get another plasmoid, but I think our money's a little tight right now. We should probably not do that. So yeah, we have this.
Doctrine enacted.
We have that doctrine available. Okay, orders. So you continue to move over this way. And you're going to meet up with that army. Eventually. So we completed that quest, but then that's it. Okay, so we want to go to this then. That's our next thing. We also have a personal mission up here. Yeah, we're nearby, so let's go ahead and do that. Don't know what that did. Okay. Not sure we could actually cross here. We can't. So there might be a longer way around. Yeah, it immediately stops my movement here, so... Yeah, we may have to go around, and I don't know if I really want to devote resources to that, but alright. Okay, so the scout... Yeah, I think I'm going to do colony production fairly soon. As soon as we're done exploiting that sector. Okay, in theory, we have this quest here to, like, check this area out. I mean, in theory, we already know it's there. So... I can't go to the location because they get pissed off if I come in here. Because I'm trespassing on their territory. So I don't know why it's telling me to go there. We'll just scout this way and then just hook her over, I guess, instead. Alright. That's it for this turn. Alright, so we can now claim a sector. We're kind of working on it. Oh no. We got some marauders that are going to come up and attack that colony. And I already sent my army away. Whoops. Maybe we can send this over to defend? Not quite. Okay. No, I'm fairly certain they'll tell me I'm trespassing. I'm not positive of that, but you know what? Oh, you're right. Hail the Empire! Tell me, what has happened to on Serenus Alpha? Have you come here to mock us, Jack Elder? The Star Union died with the Cataclysm a long time ago. Make yourself useful, or get lost. Okay. That guy's kind of a jerk. We do have a free thing here. Yeah, I know I have for militia units, so that might be okay. Okay, free research, always good. Okay, we can get there this turn. So let's go ahead and meet up. And then go kill these guys. What's here? Pretty basic stuff, so I may just auto-resolve it. I have faith that my units might be able to deal with this. Hopefully nobody dies. Hey, we did it. That guy almost died. Okay. You find an attack Veldfire inside the analytics and diagnostics chamber. We could keep the item, or you could activate the diagnostic protocols in order to study it, destroying the item in the process. So it is a attack. It was pretty good damage, but you only get the one attack a turn. Fairly short range. Has the possibility to immolate a unit, and if not, if they resist it, that burns them instead. It seemingly is a pretty good item. I just don't know who I'd put it on. Because I kind of like that bow. That bow does a ton of damage. And it would do more damage than this in a given turn. It's also more flexible. So we'd probably put this on our other hero. Alternatively, we just get research right now. I'm just going to take the research. Why'd this unit leave my army? Oh, I guess they didn't have enough action points to go there, but they were able to at least get involved in the fight. The Great Crusade. Okay. Well, speaking of that, Alexishire is ready to expand, and my cat is ready to bug me, apparently. Just meowed at me.
Production ready.
So we finished the production here. I think it's time to get another colony. Okay. We might want to readjust our
Production
things
ready.
and stuff. Okay, so we're a little shy of money right now. Well, we can always build these without needing money. I'm gonna go ahead and take this other vehicle building thing. Or unit production stars. Okay. All right, you haven't moved yet. We could expand here, but that's not where we're headed. We're headed to over here. I mean, it's going to take me like 2, maybe 3 turns to get there, though. It's the kind of annoying thing. Unless we can just click on the thing. Yeah, we have to clear it out before we can use it. I'm gonna start having this thing head down because I wanted to join this army if at all possible. So we have a quest to go up there, but I don't know how to get there. It might just be a matter of going around this way. I say we go down and we do this other quest first, because I have no idea of how to get here. We're being kind of stopped. Now I know why my cat's bugging me. It's there's a thunderstorm right now, and my cat does not like that kind of thing. So he's a little nervous, I guess. Game, he can't move. Okay. We'll get our next tech. Okay, we're gonna do manual combat here though, because I don't really trust the game to take it. I mean, this is probably gonna be a rough combat. So, okay, kitty cat. I know you're nervous. It's okay. Alright, I really didn't pay attention to the units. It looks like they've got this dude, and I think this is an Amazon unit. Come on. Bioerrors. It seems like a very basic unit though. So this is a stagger and possibly a blind at 5 range. And then at 5 range. See, that's a good thing. The bows are kind of short range. Ah, but if they're in cover, they get extra range. That's good that we read that. Not in a forest hex, so it doesn't really help them. Okay. We'll go ahead and get in here. This gives you cover in every direction. And then the owl... The thing with the owl is it's got repeating attack, which actually can do a lot of damage. but it's kind of short range. So on the upside, I don't know if these guys actually even have a way to attack me. They might be able to hit me with this. Yeah, they can hit me with this, but they can't hit me with the claw, I don't think. Yeah. I actually don't know who we target first. Guess I'll just put the owl in behind this unit. Then we'll put it in defensive posture. Okay, and now that transferring pain, for the way I understand how it works, it's like damage reduction.
Available.
It will apply on this guy, but it's a lot less damage than, like, typical. I can't really get in range, so we're just gonna sit tight here. Now this has a range of 7, but unfortunately we're still a ways out from that, so... Oh, I should have used my tactical operation. Wait, did that just stop the overwatch from happening? I don't know how we're gonna do with this fight. This is already looking bad, guys. I do have good operations that I should probably do right now. Nanite support is the best one we can use. It will give me passive heal as well as make it so it's hard for me to get hit. And we're gonna put that right here. And I'm gonna make this other unit come over here so that they get the effect of it. This guy's gonna hit me like a lot of damage here in a second. I'm tempted to just throw a grenade at him because it will stagger him, which will make him not as devastating next turn. And then we just go for as much damage as we can output. Oh, that's right. Absorb pain. F. That was actually a mistake. I guess we can move up here. I shouldn't have gone after this guy, and it's a little late now. Damn it. Yeah, we're gonna get wrecked next turn. We should go after the bow lady first. Thankfully, we get healed. This guy's got melee overwatch on us too. How long does this effect last? The pain thing. Like, how do I even know it still is in effect? Is it the shimmering thing? Like, how do I know it's an effect? I don't know if it's still in effect. I mean, he has a shimmer thing. Does that mean it's still there? Yeah, so this guy's gonna get an Overwatch attack on me if I attack this. I really messed up this turn bad. Oh well. I'm gonna lose.
Enemy destroyed.
Thankfully. I mean, maybe this will keep me alive, but this isn't looking good. And I don't have any other things here. Well, I can't even use any more operations.
Unit
And he just destroyed it, so... Okay. What we need to do... What I need to do is I need to kill the other dude. But he's out of range, so... If I attack him, this guy will get an Overwatch. So what we need to do is we need to draw out the Overwatch first, because he only gets one Overwatch. Okay. Now that we have the Overwatch drawn, good, he's dead.
Enemy killed.
Go, Owl, go! I think we won it just through the Owl. Because the Owl cannot be attacked with melee combat, so it's not possible for this guy to kill him. So...
Unit killed in action.
That's what I think you.
Enemy destroyed.
I guess I would have really had to
Forces
have
are
messed that up
victorious.
to, like, not win, but... did we lose a population point because of that? No. Okay, good. I was a little nervous there. Alright. We kind of really need money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of the production into that. Same thing here. We just really need money. We could probably even get away without the production. Okay, maybe not that much. I guess we can't get away without the production. Alright, it's some progress, but this is one of the things... No, it's not game over. It will never be game over. So to explain really quickly how the heroes work. You have one commander that's the... you have one hero that's your commander, so that's Jack Elder. If he goes down... Where is Jack Elder? He has an ability called Resurgence. Right here. So when the unit dies in combat, it is revived at the end of combat if its owner is victorious. Revived units are brought back with 50% of their maximum health. Oh. Wait, what? So if you lose the combat, he's dead? I don't need it, Ursi. I don't need the Japanese production. But these events are really good. But you may have a point. I may want to turn that off for money. Because right now we're real cash strapped. That's why I didn't want to use that operation, because that costs you money to do. And if I had to do another one this term, I don't have the money for it. This is kind of like something I've really run into a lot with this game, is you run out of money real fast. Like at first, you're not doing so bad, and you're like, oh, okay, this is fine. But after a while... your money just plummets, like, really hard. And I think a lot of it is just you start getting a lot more units, so you need a lot more upkeep and stuff. But it really starts becoming difficult later on. But yeah. We'll produce a little bit more money. I mean, Oh no, we can't do that. Now we're going to have a negative event. It would take time, but fortunately we do need that production. This is where we just need to establish another colony, because it will give us more resources and stuff. Now we have to figure out, like, where to establish it. Oh, okay, we got other stuff here. Another quest. Is a thing of legend to find the den of some creature that terrorizes the people and plunder its lair. The old empire considered it a most refined sport. Of course, it is not for everyone. Packs of hopper hounds have been seen in the area, eating the citizenry. We invite you to join the grand hunt. Find their lair and destroy what creatures you find there. So we get more relationship with the dudes here, so. We have an army right nearby, but I think expanding into that sector is probably a little bit more important. We have another marauding band here as well. My original idea was to send this guy down, but you know what? We're just going to have the army move as a unit here. Because I'm a little bit concerned about this guy here. What is this? That's a different symbol. This is a different faction? Different NPC faction? Doesn't say who they are. Who is this? Yeah, I know. Well, the people are unhappy. Alright, fine. Fine. Get a little